with you one of the most valuable programs that we do every year for our high school players. And this is our high school preseason elite training. The reason it's called elite training is because we go through 7 intense weeks to get players ready to do 3 different things at the high school level. There's 3 different types of players, and this program addresses each of them depending on where the player is. The first type of player is a player who is going into their first or second year of high school baseball, and they're trying to make the team. They are trying to jump the first hurdle into making sure they make the team, and then the second hurdle is to play and be one of the starters or contributors on that team. Second type of player is a player who's been at the high school level for a year or two, maybe 3, and they don't play very much, or they have moderate gameplay where they play sometimes, they share a position with another player, and they want to be that starting player. They want to take the position and play a lot and have a lot of success this year. And the third type of player is a player who is one of the top players in the team, district, maybe even the state, and they want to make sure that not only do they have a great season and they're ready to go, but furthermore, they're ready to go for college attention, to get scholarships, and for Major League Baseball drafts, and to go really to play well enough to move on to the next level and continue to being the advanced player they are. So those 3 different types of players will be in our program, but they will be going through a little bit different of a custom program for each type of player. The purpose, as we were talking about before here a little bit, is for players to win their positions and have massive success. And through the 7 weeks and over 21 hours of training in a very small group setting with me personally and through my system, they're going to be able to do that. They will be the most prepared player on their team through this training. The truth is that a lot of times players can take advantage of jumping over many of their peers, because during this 21 hours of training we put them through, their teammates are not getting that type of training. They're not learning the type of information we're teaching them, and they're really falling very far behind your player, even if they were ahead to begin with. The other player was ahead to begin with. So it's very important for us. We'll also go over making sure there's proper arm care now and in the season once they leave this 7-week program. Arm strength for arm velocity, making sure that's at the player's peak. Same thing with bat speed, bat velocity, contact when they're hitting, and mental approaches to make sure that they can perform as well as they do when they're training. I know as parents, sometimes you see your player and you say, "Wow, I wish they could hit like they do in the cage, or they pitch when they're training." And the fact of the matter is, if we can get them a little bit of mental training under their belt of baseball-specific information and how to be able to relax in games and perform at their best, they are going to be the type of player that you see in their training, sometimes better because of their level of focus and gameplay. Call it the Ultimate Edge program. It's kind of its subtitle, because it really is the ultimate edge for a high school player trying to be ready for this season. I'm very excited about this program. Every year it is, with the exception of the high school summer boot camp, which I love just as much, really like this because we're able to make sure players are ready to go, and it's fun, enjoyable, and hard training to get them where they are. And I'm only going to take 15 players. I will be personally running the entire event, with possibly an assistant coach who has played at the collegiate level and is an expert in my system. And it's 7 weeks long, 3 hours every Sunday. So players will come in as a group, under 15 players, and we'll go through and we will spend 3 hours going through everything they need to be successful. Our goal is to make sure they're the most prepared player on your team. And now is the time to train. This program is designed in a very specific window. It is not as beneficial to train in January or February, because your body really needs to have 7-8 weeks under your belt before you need to start competing, and a little bit of recovery time, which is brilliant that we use in this system. Our recovery time is that Christmas week, and we also allow about 2 weeks after our program for players to be a little bit in that moderate recovery mode to be ready to go mid-January, be fresh, and really jump out to the coach. So now's the time to do it. That's why this program is designed this way. This program is not offered in the spring or at any other time. This is the only time this program is offered once a year. And here you get a little bit more of the information. It's 7 weeks long, as we've talked about before. It ends up being 21 hours of training. That's what that 21 means there. And there are 7 sessions. So 7 sessions of 3 hours apiece every Sunday from 5 to 8 p.m. The dates are here. We're going to go November 6th, 13th, November 20th, which will be right before Thanksgiving, and then we'll bounce back December 4th, December 11th, December 18th. Take a little bit of a recovery week there for family and holidays, and then we'll be back January 8th. Now, the last session being January 8th gives players plenty of time to be fresh and ready to go for their tryouts and first practice. So you can sign up by calling 361-852-2287, as you see at the bottom of the screen, and talk to us, or thealamoacademy.com. If you scroll down, if that's where you're seeing this video, you'll see an add to cart button, and that's where you can take care of it. Our system is very sophisticated online. After 15 players have signed up, the add to cart button will disappear because we cannot go over our limit to ensure the type of training that all of us want to get out of this program. So make sure to sign up quickly to take advantage of it. If you look, I try to keep the price down as low as possible because I really want to help our players. Most of the players will have, we've had for a long time in our academy, and we've formed a great bond with, and hopefully we meet some new players that start coming through. But at $300 a session for the type of training we're going to be providing, you're going to notice per session it's a great deal, and more importantly, regardless of that, it's priceless if the player is able to come out of there prepared, confident, in the best shape of their life right before the season. There's nothing that can match that, and that takes me to my guarantee that your player will feel they've had one of the best training experiences they've ever experienced in that 7 weeks, or you can have your money back, no questions asked. The only thing that we ask is that your player does come through the entire training so we can really make sure they go through our process. Now, you may be wondering what happens if I can't make a week or two during that time period. If you will contact us with at least a week and a half to 2 weeks notice on that, we can make sure that we get your player a substitute session or one-on-one training with either me or one of our instructors, depending on the time, and we can make that up for them. So don't let that be a deterrent to scheduling if you see that you're going to be away one weekend or your player can't make it. We will work on that with you as long as we have ample notice, because we're trying to be able to squeeze all this in, and it really is important that we get all those hours of training to be able to produce the type of player and the type of shape that you want your child to be in. But if that's the case, we can work around that. So make sure that you sign up today, go down, add to cart, and we will see you 5 p.m. November 16th, getting ready to go and having your player in the best shape of their life and also as confident for their season as they've ever been. Have a great day. Bye-bye.